What I'm getting from this, you guys, air signs. So focus on service is one of my favorite cards in this deck because oftentimes when we're trying to get something off the ground or we're starting something new or we're, making a change in our life, we jump 10 miles ahead. So I tell this story all the time. And if you were on this session last month, you probably heard it. And if you were on January session, you probably heard it, but it's still relevant today. Before I started my tarot reading business, when the universe called me to become a reader, I've known it my whole life. I've always been interested in these things, but I'm very action oriented. And so when I get an idea, like I'm not the guy who will sit around on it for 3 years. Like I'm the person who jumps prematurely. Like I'm like, the universe told me I have to do this. No logistics, no planning. You guys, I'm a reader. You know what I mean? And it's like what I've had to learn over my journey is honing that in and really to prepare properly and to put energy into things that I'm doing and to also focus on service. Anything that the universe sends our way and says, hey, I want you to teach. Hey, I want you to be a singer. Hey, you should go and do this. There's a reason in it, right? And money made up. Money is just an energy currency. Right? All of this is all made up. What matters is our spirits and our soul and the reasons we do these things. So as you're focusing on building this business or this opportunity, don't get so wrapped up in how am I going to make money? How am I going to monetize this? How many followers do I have? Do I have the right team? When will I be able to hire staff? Don't get bogged down in being 10 miles ahead that you forget the heart of the matter. Because if you focus on service, the rest will come. We've heard many success stories of restaurants who say, I don't know, I just started cooking plates and then it grew and then it grew and then it grew. And then before I knew it, it was this. You know what I mean? It's like because they just focused on service. And when you do that, the rest will come. The universe will provide. But the universe wants us to focus on the heart of the matter. If you're a singer, why do you sing? If you're a teacher, why do you sing? I mean, why do you teach? If you're starting this business, why do you start this business? It cannot be only money focused, right? Because money is fleeting, comes and goes, right? But if we focus on the service and we see only love in the heart of the matter, that energy currency of money and provision and being taken care of naturally, abundance is what it's called, flows into our lives naturally. And then for new partner, for some of you guys, you might have met somebody new recently in business and you might be coming into cahoots with this person. Or it could even be that you've met somebody romantically that will have a great effect on your business and the way that you make money. And it says that this chance meeting was no mistake. Yeah. So you can trust this person. All right. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and hanging with me. And anybody else who has Earth in their chart, honestly, most important messages for Earth signs right now. Most important career messages for Earth signs right now, please, Spirit. In full clarity for my Earth signs on the call. One more for my Earth signs. One more for the Earth signs, please. Okay. All right. I've got your base down, Earth signs. We are going to go ahead and pull your clarifiers. So can you give me the Two of Cups for my Earth signs, please? Two of Cups. King of Swords and the Hierophant for my Earth signs. Two of Cups, King of Swords and the Hierophant. Two of Cups, King of Swords and the Hierophant. Most important messages, please, Spirit. Thank you. The Hierophant for my Earth signs. Hierophant for my Earth sign. Okay. Thank you. Nice. Okay. All right, Earth signs, you're up. Here we go. Overall energy and bottom of the deck, you've got the Page of Swords, air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, unexpected magic and energy, followed by the Ten of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, the end of a long, painful cycle, right? So this is saying that you could be in a time right now where I just saw this visual of like somebody just standing in this like desolate space, like just empty, nothing going on, and just like, you know how like sandstorms in movies are super dramatic and like it's this big like gusto of wind, and it's like they're standing there and this big brush of energy sweeps over them and it's unexpected and it comes out of nowhere, but everything changes like that. And it's like life is restored back into the land. You guys, I'm very dramatic and I'm a colorful person and I'm heavily, heavily water sign. So yes, this is me. That's how I explain things. But that's the visual that I see here with this energy. It's kind of like somebody who, with the Ten of Swords, has been in a long, painful cycle or in a long cycle. It was just like, when is this gonna be over? Like, or in a rut. You know what I mean? It's kind of how it feels, and just like trying to get out of it. And with the Page of Swords here, it's like this energy sweeps in, or an opportunity pops up, or a person pops up that brings this spark to you. And you're like, okay, there's a little light. All right, okay, we're moving here. All right, cool, we can do this. Like maybe there is a new future. Maybe there's a brighter day. You know, like that's sort of the energy that I'm picking up on here. For some of you guys, you could be also, this is sort of like a side message and it's not necessarily connected to your career, but you could be reconciling with family, or this could have like this rut that you're coming out of, or the time that you've just spent could have something to do with like your family or the collective or like a group that you were involved in. That could even be like an office group or a job or like a group of people you worked with. And it's sort of like the reason why things were stalled out is because there was old ground that needed to be revisited, or like old pains, old wounds, or old issues that needed to like be reassessed or gone back and looked over or like talked out in order to really move forward over the hump, you know? Anyway. So then we have the Two of Cups, water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, weaving deeper relationships, followed by the Four of Swords in reverse. So for some of you guys, you could be connecting with the Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio in your relationship. You might be working with this person. You might be bouncing ideas off of this person. Or what I'm getting for some of you guys is that this person could be like your motivation, right? So it's like, you know, when I got in a relationship with this person, everything changed for me and my life really began to turn around, right? Like that's sort of the energy that I pick up on. Or like when I got with this person, things really began to come into balance for me. And now I'm able to really work the way I used to, or work in a better way than I used to, or this person really balanced things out for me. You know what I mean? That's for some of you guys. With this Four of Swords energy, what I'm seeing also is you putting actual energy and action towards your relationships that you have right now. So it's like as you're coming out of this rut or whatever, this unexpected opportunity or energy that popped up for you and begin to change things for you and begin to push things in more of a positive direction. Now it's put a spark in you and it's like ignited you to where now you want to give energy towards that as well, right? So it's like, it's sort of like if you met like a new business partner and you know, maybe you weren't in the best energy when you guys connected, but they were in this really great energy and they're like, come on, we can do this. You know, you're brilliant. Come on, man. Like, da-da-da. And you're like, okay, I did want to do that before, but I don't know, and it's sort of like, I get this energy of somebody kind of helping to pull you out of this rut and sort of re-show you your brilliance. And you're like, you know what? I can do this. You're like, thanks, man. And that's sort of the energy that I pick up on. That's funny. But you're in a time right now where you're putting action towards really strengthening the relationships that you have in your life, networking, really coming into alignment and coming in partnership with people that matter to you. And with the Four of Swords energy, I also feel this energy of some of you guys, you may have had to drop some people recently. So it's like, it's just that assessment, right? It's coming to yourself, sitting down and being like, all right, this person can go. that person never loved me anyway. I was really fooling myself. This person actually really, really always supported me. I don't know why I didn't put more energy into them. They can stay around. This, you know what I mean? Like that's sort of the energy that I feel here. And through that, you're taking yourself deeper in the relationships that truly matter. That will help you to get you where you want to go. You know what I mean? And in a genuine way, right? Not in a tit for tat, we're using each other way, you know? Then we have the King of Swords, air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, assertive authority and counsel, clarified by the Tower in reverse, Aries energy, and major arcana, and the Seven of Swords in reverse, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So some of you guys could have gone through a tough time with an air sign. There could have been a falling out. There could have been like a breaking up of the business or the partnership. And like, okay, for some of you guys, you like literally could be in therapy and dealing with sort of like the trauma from the issues that you went through in business before. And how to overcome them. You could have experienced a really significant hurt or like chaotic moment in business or on your career journey in your recent past. Like, how do I articulate this? It's sort of like if you went through something really traumatic, like you were at a job that you really, really loved for like 5 years and you thought that this was going to be it and you were going to grow with the company and blah, blah, and, you know, and then one day you walk in and they fire you abruptly and you had no idea, you know what I mean? Like, it's like something traumatic happened or something chaotic happened where you then begin to, with the Seven of Swords energy, it's like either you didn't get what you really deserved or what you were owed in that situation and that left scars, or you begin to deceive yourself through that hurt and tell yourself like, well, was it me? Was I not worth it? Did I not do a good job? What did I do to screw this up, right? Like that's what I'm picking up on. So then you buried yourself in this hole of sort of like self-deception that you weren't worthy. And it's like, you totally were. You know what I mean? Like that had nothing to do with you. Like, and really when a tower moment comes, it's because there is better for us that we somehow can't see for ourselves. So it's saying that whatever that situation was, you would have never pulled yourself out of it because earth signs have a tendency to be very, like you guys are hard workers, man. And it's like, you don't, like when you're doing something, you're doing it. You know what I mean? Whether you care for it or not. Like my boyfriend is a Virgo and like I'm a water sign. So when I don't like something, I wear it on my sleeve and I come home and I'm complaining and I'm whining and I'm venting. And he's the type who's like, just shut up and do it. That is what you signed up for. Like just be the best. You know what I mean? Like in earth signs, because they have that muscle in them that's just like work. Be the best, do the best, it doesn't matter. You sometimes are prone to forsaking your heart and yourself and the side of you that's kind of screaming out like, hey, but we don't actually want to be doing this. Or, hey, we're being hurt by this. Or, hey, like, don't push through this by overworking. I need you to acknowledge your feelings for once, right? So what I see here is with the King of Swords energy here, like I said, some of you guys quite literally consulting with somebody, maybe a therapist or just family or a close friend, but taking the time to really work through whatever this was that you went through in the past so that you can overcome it and be better going forward and so that you can not let it continue to be a roadblock, you know? Ooh, felt that really heavily. So then we have the Hierophant, Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Longevity, honor, and spiritual justice. This is Taurus energy, followed by the Hermit in reverse, Virgo energy. So what we see here is somebody who has finally recognized their power, somebody who has learned the lessons that they needed to learn here from this situation of the past, somebody who has finally decided that they're not going to allow their wounds to keep them wounded, so to speak. I'm not going to allow being abruptly fired in 1999 to keep me from applying for my dream job. I'm not going to allow the traumatic experiences I experienced launching my business on social media to keep me from relaunching my new business on social media. I'm just going to use it more responsibly this time. I'm not going to be fearful to release that album because I'm scared that that critic is going to write an awful review. I am more confident now, and I know that I'm creating for myself and the people who love and care about me. So I'm going to create and release it more responsibly now, and I'm going to release it and then go and meditate for a weekend and detach from what society has to say about my work, right? I'm seeing somebody who has elevated now, right, and who has matured energetically so that you can work differently this time around. Right? I'm seeing somebody who's come out of that hermit energy. You went inside of yourself, you've learned. For a lot of you guys, quite literally, you might have disappeared off the scene. You know what I mean? It's like, where was she? She used to post all the time and she had this popping bit, and now I haven't seen, right? And it's like, hey, I've been working on myself. That's what I've been doing. But I see you coming out of that now and coming into alignment and connecting with your calling and what you truly are supposed to be doing in this world. And now I see you putting action towards it and doing that, whatever that thing is. We'll get advice for my earth signs. Do I have any fire signs on the call? If I have any fire signs, can you please jump into the chat? I'll do you next if so. Earth signs, advice for earth signs. So angels, can you give me the most important advice for my earth signs as it pertains to this spread? Most important advice for my earth signs as it pertains to this spread right now. How can they move forward? Thank you. How can they move forward? Always. Give me one more. One more for earth signs. How can they move forward? Thank you. All right. Oh, yay. I'll totally do fire. So here we go. We've got fresh air, focus on service, ground yourself, and assertiveness. Yes, I love that you guys are like, do fire. Totally, for sure. Okay. So I'll read these guys, read this for you guys, earth signs. Your body needs refreshment from oxygenated air generated by grass, trees, plants, and flowers. Spend time outside today as near to Mother Nature's cradle as possible. Open your curtains and windows to refresh your home as well. Your soul desires only to joyfully serve and to swim in a constant stream of bliss. This stream continuously feeds you everything you need. Put your entire focus upon staying in this stream of giving and receiving in every situation and in all that you do. When you detach from awareness of your body and the physical world, you become ungrounded. Although it's pleasant to float heavenward, your attention and work are needed upon the earth. We're helping you balance the spiritual and material so that you can enjoy a fulfilling earthly life. This situation can be healed gently and with love as you've requested. Yet there's also a need for your strength and truthfulness with the other people involved. We will stand right behind you as you speak your truth, giving you strength and guiding your words. So focus on service, take some time, ground yourself, fresh air, and be assertive. What I feel with this is be assertive with yourself, right? Like as you come through this, it's like you need to be very resolute with yourself in order to come through this. Don't be so stuck in what you don't have and what you're missing and the deficits. It's like hype yourself up. You know what I mean? And when you do that, hype yourself up and be very firm about it. Like, no, I can do this. And it doesn't matter that that happened in 1999. It's 2021. And I'm a different person. And I've grown from this. And guess what? I am brilliant at what I do. I'm going to put it out into the world. And the people who are aligned with the work that I do will find me. And the people who aren't aligned with it will fall away. And that's good. That's fine. right? Earth signs also, I feel called to tell you, you cannot impress everybody. It will never happen. So if you really pin and hold all of your work against everybody loving it and being impressed by it and fawning over it, it will not happen, right? It's like there are people on earth who don't like Beyonce. Like that happens, you know what I mean? And it's like, while I think that's shocking, it is a thing that happens, right? Because it's just going to happen. So the people who will love your work, they will find you, you know? And then there will be a people who are like, okay, don't care for it, right? And you have to be okay with that. Don't allow that to take nicks at your confidence, you know, and allow you to hide. No hiding. All right, so let's go to fire. Thank you guys for hanging out, sticking around. Thank you for hanging out, Emma. Feel free to follow me at Dom O'Bannon on Instagram to keep up with me or just say hello. I like to connect with people directly and just put a name or a face with the name. I love that. And if you'd like a personal reading, domobannon.com. And see you next month. I'll post next month's session on the app. I don't know, maybe next week. Need to look at the calendar. All right, fire. Most important messages for my fire signs on the career journey right now. I have fire in my chart too, you guys. So let's get nosy, see what's going on. I'm just gonna do a brief one. You're welcome, Colette. Thank you for joining. Just gonna do a brief one. Give me the Temperance card and the Five of Pentacles for fire signs right now on the career journey. Advice on moving forward. You're welcome, Elizabeth. I will continue to do them virtually. And as California opens up, I'll do some in-person sessions as well. And I also plan on doing an event in the future that will be free. And so we can all, interact in person and I can read for you, on the spot. Fire signs, career advice. We have the Temperance card with new dreams, or I'm sorry, let's do overall energy and bottom of the deck. So we have the Emperor card, vision, power, and healing, and the Three of Cups. This came out in reverse. I'm gonna read it in reverse. So what I see here with the Emperor card, this is somebody, it's Aries energy, first of all, but new vision, power, and healing. It's somebody who plants new seeds, somebody who doesn't fumble the ball, right? Like the Emperor is like a boss, okay? Somebody who's very stable and reliable. With the Three of Cups in reverse, though, I'm seeing this Emperor is trying to navigate some bumps. Like the Three of Cups energy in reverse is sort of like maybe not really being satisfied with the current circumstances or just doing things for the sake of doing them, but they're not really connected to the heart space. You know what I mean? It can kind of be like that energy of just going through the motions is what I feel with this energy. With Temperance, Sagittarius energy, new dreams and new realms, and the Two of Swords. This is somebody who is at the helm of a choice, sitting between a rock and a hard place. The Two of Swords is always about choice. And with the Temperance card, new dreams and new realms, this is speaking about really desiring to ascend to a new level in life, really desiring to step into the new energetically. It's like what I'm really feeling is sort of like going to a new tax bracket. Like I feel this energy of somebody who is trying to make the best choices to go higher. It's like I don't I feel this energy, I even feel it in my body. I feel this energy of being hypercritical about every single choice and decision because you're like, this is going to make a difference in if I ascend or not. You know what I mean? It's and it drives you mad. You know what I mean? Every choice is you sit and you're in this energy of do I go left? Do I go right? Do I go left? Do I go right? Because I am on the pursuit of new dreams and new realms. And it's like, I don't want to make any decisions that are not going to cater to me rising. Like, it's like that is the ultimate focus at this time. But what I'm seeing here as well is like, you could be looking at two different decisions, but with the Two of Swords, there's one that you feel more drawn to. It's really more so just about putting yourself in that energy of like going back and forth. You know what I mean? But you should follow your heart and go with the decision that you feel more drawn to at any given time, right? Go with the gut here, because that's that temperance energy following you. Also, what I see here as well with temperance, be patient. There's no reason to fret, right? It's like when you're trying to make a decision, nobody ever said, unless they quite literally give you a time limit, nobody ever said that when you're making a decision on what direction you want to take your life, that there's a stopwatch right here counting down and then the decision has to be made. You do need to be clear and decisive, but you can take your time, because patience with temperance energy, that's about patience. And that speaks about the promise of what we know is to come. So you can be patient. You don't need to be anxious because you know it's coming. It's just about working out properly. And then we have the Five of Pentacles, examining life's lessons, earth energy, and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This is saying that in order to turn this upright, in order to manifest the opportunities that are really in alignment with you and that you really will thrive at, you need to examine where you've come from. You know, it's sort of that thing where they say you don't know where you're going unless you know where you've come from. If you're not clear on what you didn't like about that past opportunity that you hated, all you know, I didn't like it. Okay, what didn't you like, right? Be specific. What did you like, right? And that's going to cultivate your future so that you can come into alignment with something that is the perfect fit, right? So examining where you've gone through and learn from those things so that you can invest that energy and do a little alchemy and create something that is the perfect fit, right? But with temperance and the Two of Swords, it's like, be patient with the decisions that you have to make at this time. Don't rush yourself. And that's what I have for you, fire signs. I do have a work meeting, so I have to go, but thank you guys so much for joining me. Again, I am going to put my email address if you are interested in stopping by Soho Works and working here for the day and just checking it out. You can hit me up there. And if you would like to book a personal reading, you can hit me up there. Thank you guys for joining. I love you all so much. Have a beautiful day and look out for the next month's session for, what is this, April? Look out for May's session. All right. Have a good one, you guys. Bye-bye.